To get some film footage. Let's see if I can get anything right now, like really quick as I drive by. So my friend Trevor is standing up on the box right now, preaching. And we got Greg and Heath. And there they are. Got crowds of people out here all the time throughout the night. So that's that. Now, let me find somewhere to park and I can continue talking. Alright, and it's recording again. Sorry, the lighting's not going to be the greatest right now. I intended to shoot a little bit of film footage of tonight's outreach, and it slipped my mind, but I hope that this can be an encouragement to you guys. Now, this is the Appleton Bar Outreach. We do this every once in a while on a Saturday night. It's 11:35 right now. I'm leaving, but my friends are still out there, so I'm going to be praying for them. And that's always something that you want to remember to do, is pray for others who are out sharing the gospel or going to share the gospel. Make sure you pray for them. It's very important. But tonight was incredible. A little bit different than usual. One thing that happened tonight, I'll just get to that because I don't want to make this video too long, but my friend Trevor was sharing with somebody, this younger woman. Her name was Danica, or something. I don't know, it's a different name I've not really heard before, but she's like right there close to salvation, and she doesn't have a Bible at home, but my other friend Greg had some Bibles to give away, so he gave her one. She was really happy that we were out there tonight. Now, we kind of intermingle street preaching and talking one-on-one with people as they go by, and handing out gospel tracts as well. And oftentimes we find ourselves in one-on-one conversations with people. Sometimes the street preacher, when he's up there, a couple people might watch and they might try to, sometimes they antagonize the street preacher, or you know, they'll shout questions at him or whatever, and sometimes we can pull them aside and start talking to them, and it works out real well. And tonight was just a huge blessing with that one woman. We heard a testimony, actually two testimonies were given tonight of other people who just wanted to share with us and be a blessing to us, their testimony. This one guy, I think it was about, he said 13 years ago, so that must have been 2004. He had a friend who was sharing with him on creation, and there's a story with it, but the short of it is that he was sharing with him on creation, and evidently led him to the Lord. And then that friend died in a car accident shortly after. So, you know, it's just God's providence how things work out like that. Now, Appleton, we do this outreach often. Next week, we hope to do it again. Oktoberfest is next week. Thousands upon thousands of people are going to be lining the street during the day in Appleton, on the same street. And at nighttime, there's even more people than usual at the bars. Now, supposedly, Appleton is the drunkest city in America. I don't think that can be true. Certainly a lot of people are drunk, and there's a lot of bars out there, and hundreds and hundreds of people, I don't know if even over 1,000 more than likely, are attending the bars right now on a Saturday night, as they typically do. Anyway, a lot of drunk people. This is how they spend their lives out here, and you know, our job is to share the gospel. I mean, everyone needs the gospel, whether, you know, if they're drunk or not, it doesn't really matter. It's just a place where people gather. And all people are sinners, as the Bible says, so let's make use of the opportunity and go and share the gospel with them. So how can that be a blessing for you guys? Well, whenever people gather. I mean, I don't know if you have a situation like Appleton where you have a bunch of bars lined up and you can just go out there and share the gospel with people at its peak business hours, which would, for us here, Saturday night, 10 o'clock to maybe 12:30, 1 o'clock. That's how late we usually stay out. I'm trying to leave a little bit early. I was supposed to leave about 40 minutes ago, but it just got really good out there tonight, so I stayed out there a little bit longer than that. But just, guys, it's an option if you have something like that, and please lift us up in prayer. as we continue to do this. Again, next week we are going to go out and do this Oktoberfest. It's going to be a doozy. A lot of people. Yeah, we can certainly use it, your prayers. So I'm going to head home, or at least my in-laws right now are spending the night in Appleton. And yeah, if you guys have any questions, comments, or whatever, just post those below. Thanks for watching. God bless.